So what's up everybody, Black Clover 323 spoilers out. This chapter is hype. Tabata has not missed this whole year. I know it's only the second month of the year, but so far Black Clover has just been bringing the heat. This chapter is no different. This chapter has a lot of implications as to what will happen in the future. It makes you wonder what's going on with Yami and William Vengeance after they left the Tree of Cliff off. There's just so many questions in this chapter that just make it that more hype. And of course, Knott's having his old self-elimination type of vibe. But regardless, this chapter's on point, and we might actually see Zora do something. Nero is in this chapter as well. This chapter is just pure awesomeness. So let's get into these Black Clover 323 spoilers. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, comment. I'm rebuilding the channel, so any small contribution is highly appreciated. Sorry if I haven't gotten to your comments lately. I had to take an extra shift at work because, you know, I lost that extra income because of the channel being deleted. So just know that it's not a bad will. I'm just super busy and I'm trying to bring you guys content as much as I can. So sorry for the lack of content and not responding, but I'm gonna do my best. This chapter is very interesting. From the spoilers that we got, it's implying a lot of things that we kind of didn't expect. My predictions were off. Everybody knew that Yami Wooden Katana was created by William Vengeance World Tree Magic. It was just a given. This chapter confirms it. We got to see somewhat of a flashback. We got to see what really happened to Yami, how he got healed. It looks like there's going to be something with Yami being possessed or devil possessed, because a lot of people were wondering how did Yami get healed last chapter. I assumed it was going to be Gray or it was going to be maybe Mimosa, but it didn't make sense so much for Mimosa because Mimosa was closer to where lucifero is at. So common sense wise, it was clear that it was going to be Gray that actually healed him. But as she was healing Yami, this is the most interesting part. She said that his body has changed. It's like that devil that possesses Asta. So she's already aware of Libe, but it's interesting for her to say that his body has changed. Some people in the fandom already saying that he's being possessed, but I think his body has just became closer to the underworld, which is why he had those marks. He was most likely having his body being replaced with like devil parts or like devil matter and devil mana. Kind of makes sense if you think about it, because if your life is being taken away from you and you're opening up the underground, of course whatever parts that were being taken away from you were becoming similar to the underworld and similar to devils. I wonder what's going to be with that in the future. Like I said in my predictions, I had a feeling that Yami might get stronger because of him being connected to the Tree of Cliff off ritual. He might be more connected to the underworld now, so his attacks will be more infused with the underworld. He can be even more arcane stage. So that's just something that stood out for me. But another thing as well, Gray's magic is transmutation magic. So she can change practically the material and the matter of a person. So for her to change the material of a person back to being human, maybe moving forward, she might be able to change people into devils or devils into humans. I'm just giving that a thought because it's interesting for her to understand that Yami's makeup is similar to Asta's devil. I mean, we're gonna have to wait until the officials and the fan translations come out for this, but keep an eye on that panel because that's very interesting. Greg only heals Yami. Patri and Langris suddenly get next to William. Looks like Greg didn't heal William, which is kind of crazy to me. It's like, yo, she only heals Yami. It's kind of dirty to me because I expected William to actually start fighting in this chapter. From what it looks like, is not the case. And Patri said something on the lines that he no longer has a grimoire, which makes sense why he wouldn't have a grimoire at this point, and also why he's not in combat, because he probably can only do basic light spells versus like, you know, complex spells with light. But I wonder if he's ever going to get a grimoire back again. He is technically reborn. I mean, he died before. I wonder if because he has a new body and because he has a soul again, will he have a grimoire appear to him, like a new one? Would that affect his abilities moving forward? Because it looks like he still can use dark light magic, because one of his eyes is similar to how it looked like when he became a dark elf and he was using dark light magic. So I wonder if there's a connection there. William Vengeance still feels guilty for what he did. He actually apologizes to Yami. Yami doesn't forgive William. He just accepts it. Yami is not the type of person to have an emotional forgiveness. This is pretty much Yami's way of saying, all right, let's just move forward. So it's perfectly matching Yami's character on this. I love that. The sword that Yami has is called the Blade of Mistletoe. I'm pretty sure it has to do something similar with Nordic mythology, but let me know in the comments what exactly this means. I'm gonna Google it later on, but I'm gonna say that for the review. Yami uses dark magic magic Black Moon, and it counters lucifero magic and extends to protect Sekre and Zora. Literally looks like it's gonna be the Black Bulls versus lucifero, minus Noelle. I don't know where exactly Noelle's at because she's not in this chapter. Maybe she's going towards where her brother is completely KO'd because he got handled like a basketball. There's even a meme out there that's saying that lucifero is playing basketball and he has handles out like a basketball. I love this fandom. Y'all so funny, I swear. I wonder if this is the reason why Zora was saved. We seen Magna's power up already, but we didn't see Zora's like power up. He did train with Magna and he probably learned some spells from him, and maybe he might be able to use something similar to what Magna did to Dante. So Sekre and Zora jump in front of Asta to protect him. Lucifero automatically knows about Yami's dark magic. I'm not sure if Yami pushes back Lucifero, but when the fan translations are out tomorrow, we'll know for sure. Nat and Yami are actually catching their breath away from Lucifero, so there's a distance between them. Nat has another self-deletion moment. He says, "Stop protecting me." He doesn't care if he dies or not. Yami reminds Nat of his old self and how much he dislikes him and how much he suffered for having Morgan taken away from him. And Yami says something really cool. He basically says, "Live on for Morgan's sake," because that's what he would want you to do. And then you see Nat finally smiling, and I like this moment because it shows more depth to Nat. Nat is just depressed, and it makes sense why he's depressed. He lost his brother because of a selfish act that he did. Not only did he lose his brother, he also lost his whole family. Even if they were like devil worshippers and they were shady people, but at the end of the day, that's family, and they all died because of an act that you did. So of course it makes sense why Nat is so depressed, why he's always thinking about self-deletion. I liked how Yami really talked life into Nat. Even though Black Clover is set up in a fantasy world with magic, there's a lot of aspects that are so real, and that's what I love about Black Clover. You have people dealing with hardcore depression that all they're thinking about is dying, and it's all about self-deletion. You got classism, just so much realness in Black Clover that I just love it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the spoilers. Let me know what you think about the spoilers. Do you like them? How do you feel about the Black Bulls apparently going to fight Lucifero? Do you think Zora's gonna do something similar to what Magna did towards Dante? How do you feel about not constantly thinking about self-deletion? Do you think this chapter was a big character moment for him so he can start moving forward and living the life for his brother? Don't you think it's kind of messed up that Gray only healed Yami and didn't heal William Vengeance? Do you think Mimosa's gonna be able to heal William Vengeance? Like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.